Welcome everybody to coverage of WIAA softball here on Zaleski Sports. Brendan Retzloff here with you guys here this breezy, brisk, I almost said fall afternoon, spring afternoon, beginning of May softball between the Amherst Falcons and the Bonduel. The Bonduel Gray Gold. A different camera angle we have for you guys here today. And introducing the lineups here in this one. For the Bears of Bonduel, batting first is Abby Stadero, second Tatum Sporisky, third is Haley Thompson, fourth is Haley Zernicki, fifth Audrey Weir, sixth is Nakaya Henning, seventh is Macy Niles, batting eighth Maddie Sokolsky, and ninth is Abby Zernicki. And then the defense for the Amherst Falcons, looking like this: Haley Pesky on the mound pitching to Sarah Breed. Then playing first base today is Amaro Bodoin. At second base is McKenna Orsond. The shortstop position is Presley Furkis. And then at third base is Aaliyah Breed. And then for things in the outfield, in left is Kaylee Schulis. In center field, Aubrey Chandler. And in right is Kayla Orsond. This one popped up by Sporisky, trying to catch it and not getting onto the ball in time is Aaliyah Breed. So we'll try things again at full count with one away here in the top half of inning number one. Another foul ball. Temperature for this one between the Bears and the Falcons, 49 degrees, and it's quite windy. This one, a grounder to Breed over to first, and play is not going to be made. And staying at first base is going to be Tatum Sporisky after the error throw from Aaliyah Breed. So it's still only one away here for Haley Pesky. Amherst Falcons this year 9-5 overall behind Dale Jastrzomski and the work that he's done for this ball club. 3-1 in conference play overall. Sitting in fourth place in the Central Wisconsin East Conference, and right behind Bonduel, who's 4-1 in the conference, 7-3 overall, led behind Chris Renke. Pesky's pitch. This one, a foul tip off of Haley Thompson. Thompson hitting this one high. And play, it's going to be dropped. The throw to second is in time. So a fielder's choice out there for the Amherst Falcons, which will make it 2 outs here in the top half of inning number one. On our scoreboard today, we got Bonduel almost in Seattle Seahawks types of colors, since both teams are wearing blue. Close to the gold color that they have for the Blue Golds or the Bears. And then this one called strike. Runner is still on first base with 2 away, 1 ball, 1 strike for the batter, and Haley Zernicki. And this one, the throw to second, not in time. And it's going to be a stolen base for Haley Thompson. So Zernicki now with a runner in scoring position at second. And this one hit up the middle. Looks like we might have a play at the plate. Throw to the cutoff to Furcus, and that will be the first run of the game off an RBI base hit coming from Haley Zernicki. Scoring Haley Thompson for the run. So Bonduel up 1-0, starting early. Bonduel had a dominant performance in their last game against Menominee Indian. 19-2 was the final score. And Amherst in their last game, we'll just say it was not very close against Pacelli after they lost that one big time. So after the RBI single brings up Audrey Weir to the plate for the Blue Gold. And Weir, a grounder. It's going to be a tough play. Breed's throw to first is made in time, but damage was done there in the first inning coming from the Blue Gold, and Bonduel up 1-0 early after only one hit here in the first. We'll be right back for the bottom of inning number 1 as we'll introduce the starting lineup for the Amherst Falcons.
When buying or selling land, the biggest decision you make is choosing your representation. Whitetail Properties is the top real estate company for selling hunting land, recreational properties, and farms. Our nationwide network of sportsmen, farmers, and investors offers a great opportunity for you to capitalize on the true market value of your property. In central Wisconsin, Brian Roosh is your local land specialist and is ready to help you get started on all of your property needs.
And welcome back to Amherst, everybody. Brendan Retzloff here with you guys for the bottom half of inning number 1. And now it's the starting lineup for the Amherst Falcons. Batting first is Aubrey Chandler. Batting second, Kaylee Schulis. At batting third, Haley Pesky. And following her is Sarah Breed, then Amara Bodoin, then Samantha Noyen, and then McKenna Orsand, and then Aaliyah Breed. And to round off the 9, Presley Furcus. And Kayla Orsand, she is the one in the field, and Samantha Noyen, she is the designated hitter in this one. Pitching for the Blue Gold of Bonduel is Nakai Henning. And a big swing and a foul ball to begin the game for Aubrey Chandler. Aubrey Chandler is very well known on this Amherst team to have that kind of run up and advance once you make contact with the ball to try to get that extra step if there's ever a ground ball and try to beat up throw to first. And this one, running into it again, tapped foul. Different camera angle for you guys here in this one this afternoon. On top of the football and soccer field bleachers in the press box booth. And this one, a pitch up high from Henning, just missing the mark. And as I was saying before, Bonduel 7-3 overall as a team this year, 4-1 in conference play, and they had a dominant win in their last game against conference foe Menominee Indian. 19-2 was the final of that one. It's just myself up here in the booth today. No partner in crime with me. And so far right now, Aubrey Chandler really putting up a fight in this at-bat to begin the game. But 49 degrees is the temperature. Winds blowing at 22.5 or 23 miles an hour. And the wind here coming in from right center field. So it's going to be tough to see anything leave the ballpark today. This one popped up. Tough play at third and cannot make the play. Would have been a really great backhanded catch. And that would have been Macy Niles who would have made the play there. But a little bit of information about the conference of the North Central Wisconsin, or the Central Wisconsin East. This one hit up the middle, base hit to begin the game for Aubrey Chandler to get Amherst going on the right foot. Always a good thing to see the leadoff hitter for the team get a base hit to try to get things going. Kelly Schulis now will head to the plate. Haley Pesky on deck awaiting. But a little information about this conference so far this year. Iowa Scandinavia on top at 5-3 overall. Bonduel in second. And this one might be called a safe, as the first baseman ended up juggling the ball. And yes, Kelly Schulis will be safe at first, and it's going to be an error, most likely, on the player at first base, which is Haley Zernecki. So runners on first and second for the Falcons with nobody out. Haley Pesky popping this one up into left field, and there to make, I think it was dropped actually. Really tough to get an angle from over here, and it was dropped. So we'll try that again. Pesky will have the 0-1 count on her. But Iowa Scandinavia 5-3 overall in conference play, followed by Bonduel 4-1 in conference. Then by WIAA Fremont, who's 4-2, and then Amherst right behind them at 3-1. Pesky once again following this one just over the third base dugout. We'll see if we can try to keep up a count here for you guys in this one. It is just myself in the booth. It's not looking like our count is loading. So Pesky hits this one into left field over the head of the fielder. One run's going to score. And keeping the runner at third will be the Falcons, but this game is tied up at 1 apiece as Haley Pesky has an RBI double. Haley Pesky, the pitcher in this matchup for the Falcons, getting a good piece of the bat on that ball. Aubrey Chandler with the run scored, and now brings up Sarah Breed, the catcher. And this one gets hit hard into left, trying to track it, falling over, not making the play. And rounding third and going home is Pesky. And 2 runners have scored as Sarah Breed comes in with an RBI double. 3-1 Falcons. And a timeout looks like it's going to be called. We'll see who's calling it. Not quite sure what the deal is here. 2 straight at-bats, 3 RBIs, and 3 runs for the Amherst Falcons. It looks like Coach Renke is checking on the left fielder, Tim Sporiski, in this one. And meanwhile, during this timeout, we'll introduce the lineup on the defensive side for Bonduel, which Nakia Henning pitching, over to Abby Zernicki playing catcher, and then at first base is Haley Zernicki. At second base, we have Abby Stodero, and then at shortstop is Haley Thompson. At third is Macy Niles, and then in the outfield and left field, like I mentioned, Tatum Sporiski. Then in center field, we have Audrey Weir, and then in right field is Maddie Sokolsky. And at the plate for the Falcons is Amara Bodoin. Bodoin watching this one for a ball. Once again, Amherst scoring 3 runs with no retired batters yet. Could be a big inning for the Falcons here. Amara Bodoin swinging a foul tip off the end of the bat. We'll try it again, and this time the count will be 2-1 to Bodoin. This is a huge conference game as well, about 3/4 of the way through this season already, and it most definitely does not feel like we are that far into the season, probably just because of the weather. And the count will even up at 2-2 now, as Bodoin fouls this one away. But these winds are just absolutely ferocious right now. It's May and everyone's wearing their winter coats and their fall jackets, and a called strike 3 as Bodoin will be the first batter to retire for the Falcons, as Henning gets the strikeout, and now will be Samantha Nguyen at the plate for Amherst. Nguyen, this one fouled right over the first base dugout. 0-1 the count to Nguyen. Henny's pitch. This one delivers in for a swing and a miss in strike 2. Oh and 2 now with 1 away. And this one down low, almost hits the dirt. Good take there by Nguyen for ball 1. 1-2. And Nguyen just getting a piece of the bat on that one to stay alive and stay at 1-2. The day here started out nice, and a swing and a miss. Strike 3 for the designated hitter. So back-to-back strikeouts for Nikaya Henning. And that will bring on McKenna Orson to the plate for the Falcons. Runner still on second with 2 away. Swing and a miss. Henning starting to really get the batters to go up on the whiff rate. And this one, a little bit of a change up high. Ball 1. 1-1 the count. It's really hard to believe it's already May. And this weather is still not ideal. This one fouled into the seats. Thought a play was going to be made by one of the fans, but looks like they just let it drop. 1-2 the count to Orson. Henning's pitch. Orson fouls this one in the same area again. Over to the seats, and now dribbling over towards me in the box, but I'm about 30 feet in the air. Henning's pitch once again. Orson, this one goes down the right field line, foul. Orson really making some good contact on these pitches coming from Nikaya. We'll try it again at 1-2. With 2 away, 3-1 the score. Amherst with two big hits in this one, two doubles, one coming from Haley Paskey for an RBI, and then the next one from the runner that's on second base right now, Sarah Breed. Both doubles going out into left field over the head of Sporisky. And the sun's starting to try to make its way out here. And Orson hitting this one very high. Sporisky not going to make the play. It'll be the shortstop to make the play for out number 3, Haley Thompson, making a good play. So that's going to do it here in the first inning of play through this one. Amherst getting 3 base hits and 3 runs scored. We'll be right back for the top half of inning number 2 on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
And we're back, everybody, for the second inning. Here in this one, Paskey threw 1 inning pitch, 1 run given up after Haley Zernicki had the RBI single for the Blue Gold. And this one, the pitch from Paskey, just a tad outside. 1-1 the count. And a swing fouled into foul territory. And not going to be able to make the play on it. So we'll go to 1-2 the count now on Nakia Henning. Nakia Henning pitching in this one for Bonduel. Had a really tough time getting that first out of the game through the first 4 batters, and then was able to retire 3 in a row. And this one into foul territory again off the first base dugout. We'll try it again at 1-2. We thank those who are tuned in to this one. And this one just missing outside to make it 2-2. Evens up the count. But the winds here have just became really gusty, and they've been on and off at times. This one, well foul. And that one actually got hit into the baseball field, where there's actually a baseball game being played right now between Amherst and Shiocton. My partner in crime, Katie Lecton, is there for that one with Mike Wendlandt. And you can check that game out too on Zaleski Sports. We got the whole crew here, it seems like. And this one hit foul off the third base dugout. So foul ball from dugout to dugout. Seems like the story so far here in the second inning for Nakia Henning. Haley Paskey trying to retire her. Paskey still looking to get her first strikeout here today. And it looks like the umpires ran out of the softballs, so they went to go pick up all those and send them back to them. And this one, another big foul ball. So Henning really putting up a fight on Haley Paskey. Still even at 2-2. And this one just a tad up high to make it a full count now on Henning. This one hit, dropping down into the left field and had a funky spin to it, and it's going to get by the outfielder, and Henning's going to reach to second base on that little miscue coming from Kelly Schulist. That ball had some really funky spin on it. Almost looked like it started out as a knuckler and it had zero spin on it. And then all of a sudden the ball, once it dropped into the outfield, it just took a dramatic turn on Schulist there. So now batting for the Blue Gold is going to be Macy Niles at the plate. With nobody out, runner at second, 3-1 the score. After a swing and a miss, this one a foul tip, down to 0-2 already. Paskey, the ace for the Amherst Falcons in this one, so it's a battle of the aces, and both of them, they kind of struggled early. More so being Nakaya Henning. But both Henning and Paskey have doubles in this one and a strikeout. Manny Sokolsky will now go to the plate for Bonduel. Bonduel, 4-1 in conference play this year, and Amherst 3-1 in conference play. We saw the one conference game get dropped the other day last week against Manawa for the Falcons. And the final score in that one was 3-2 in a thriller of a softball game. Game went into 10 innings of play. And there were many times in that game where one team could have had it, and then all of a sudden, the other team was able to make a response. And this one popped up, and Schulis calling it off to make the second out. Runner will have to stay at second base for Bonduel. And Chris Ranke wants to call a timeout here. Or actually, Dale Jastrzomski wanted to, as Haley Paskey went down on her knee to tie her shoe. So now it's Abby Zernicki to close out the lineup for Bonduel. And then we'll see if Bonduel can bring the top of the order back up here in inning number 2, but another swing and a miss. 1-1 the count to Zernicki. I'm not sure if there's a relation between Abby and Haley. And this one, grounder and dropped, and there's going to be a throw to home. Sarah Breed caught it, and the out is made in time. Heads up play right there at first base, coming from Amara Beaudoin. Over to Sarah Breed to make the out. No runners score off of a base hit. And still 3-1. Time for the bottom half of inning number 2. We'll be right back here on Zaleski Sports.
Blanker Construction, the focus is on building something great. Find a personable experience that understands your needs, followed by a customized interior and exterior design. Our project managers, carpenters, and designers on site are hard at work with only one goal in mind: building you the home of your dreams. When you're ready to build your new forever home, look to Blanker Construction, your custom home builder serving all of central Wisconsin. Find your inspiration online at blankerco.com or stop in on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Build something great with Blanker Construction.
Welcome back to Amherst, everybody. Today's game is presented by Whitetail Properties. For the best in recreational or hunting properties in Wisconsin, call Brian Roosh with Whitetail Properties. Just share your goals and Brian can tell you where and how to make it a reality. 715-213-4468. 715-213-4468. And by Heartland Farms. No one knows potatoes in Wisconsin quite like Heartland Farms. With roots in Amherst and now based in Hancock, this 5th generation potato and vegetable farm produces many varieties of chipping potatoes and currently farming 27,000 irrigated acres and growing. Learn more about the best in the potato business at heartland.farm. That's heartland.farm. Next up to bat for the Falcons here in the bottom half of inning number 2 is going to be Aaliyah Breed. Aaliyah Breed today playing at third base. And then following her will be Presley Furcus, the shortstop. This pitch here from Henning missing for ball number 1. Amherst had 3 runs off of 3 hits in the first inning. A single to lead things off for Aubrey Chandler, and then Haley Pesky had the RBI double to score Chandler from second to home, and then it was Sarah Breed who had an RBI double. And 2-0 now, or 3-0 they count on Aaliyah Breed. We'll see if she's given the green light by Coach Jastrzomski. And pulls back from the bunt, and it's called strike. 3-1 now. And this one didn't look like it was a foul tip. It looked like a swing and a miss, and the catcher just misjudged it. So now we have a full count. And the wind gusts have most certainly picked up here. It's been windy the past 4 or 5 days, and a swing and a miss, ball into the dirt. This is going to be a strikeout with the runner advancing over the first. So not quite the defense you want to see if you're Bonduel, the number 2 team in the Central Wisconsin East. Just behind Iowa Scandinavia. Statistically speaking, though, Bonduel does have the best record in the Central Wisconsin East Conference. 4-1. Bonduel Iowa Scandinavia 5-3. And this one, bunting right through is Presley Furcus. And a pitch just outside and sliding back to first. Getting back in time is Aaliyah Breed. I would be very surprised to see Aaliyah Breed try to steal second base. I would like the aggression of the play, but I don't think it's the wisest thing to do. And this one bunted by Furcus, and it's caught. The throw to first. Not in time. Almost a double play got turned. Heads up play there. Coming from Macy Niles at third base. Made a nice basket catch there. Just a fundamental softball play. So back to the top of the batting order in Aubrey Chandler. She had a single in her first plate appearance. And this one fouled off. Almost hitting some of the spectators who were walking in here to go watch. That would have been quite unfortunate. So, 0-1 the count with 1 away. Runner still on first. This one gets hit, and calling it off is the shortstop to make the out. So 2 away. With the runner still on first. Haley Thompson making the easy catch for the second out. Now Kaylee Schulist, her last plate appearance, she reached on an error off of a dropped throw. And this one getting hit up the middle very lightly and throwing it over to second. Really awkward looking play there, but getting the out in time, as that's going to do it here for inning number 2. No damage done by either team here in the second inning. 0 runs off 0 hits from the Falcons, and we will be right back for inning number 3 on Zaleski Sports.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
For years, our Store Innovations customers told us they love our countertops, but only wanted to deal with one company for their entire kitchen project. Well, we've heard you. So now Store Innovations can give you a brand new kitchen with the same high quality products, selection, expertise we've been giving you for years. And now we can give you that brand new kitchen in just 1 week. After sitting down with our designers, picking out cabinets, countertops, and flooring, it will only take us 1 week to install everything. Store Innovations, new kitchens in just 1 week.
And welcome back, everybody. Today's game is presented by Fleet Farm. The spring yard prep event is going on now at Fleet Farm. Score savings on soil, seed, mulch, and fertilizer as you get ready to bring your yard back to life. Get everything you need in one stop. Get it all at Fleet Farm. And by Bootleggers. Bootleggers in Amherst Junction is your perfect combination of great food and a great atmosphere. Browse through a wide selection of food and drink options and enjoy the best pizza around. At Bootleggers in Amherst Junction, it's what's for dinner. Capiche? 3-1 the score. Haley Paskey going on to her 3rd inning of work here as the ace for the Falcons. And this one gets slapped hard down the right field line for a base hit. And that was Abby Stodero in her 2nd plate appearance. Good way to start things off for Abby, as a runner will be on first base as Tam Sparisky will head to the plate for her 2nd plate appearance. Reached on an error her last time up, and this one a bunt dropping beautifully for another base hit. And just like that, 2 runners on base with nobody out in a matter of 2 pitches. So that'll be a bunt for a single for Sparisky. Now Haley Thompson, she had the run scored for Bonduel. Reached on a fielder's choice her first plate appearance. This one called for a strike on the outer half of the plate. Amherst really playing in on their offense, or their defense, excuse me. 0-2 the count after 2 swings, or 1 swing and a miss right there. And Thompson, this one fouled off, hits the warehouse storage type of area. Paskey, a fastball, just missing down low. In Paskey's last game, it was against Manawa. She ended up pitching all 10 innings. Just a stellar performance from the Falcons ace. one of the seniors on this program that really is a backbone to this team that keeps them in good organization. And this one fouled, going right towards Chris Renke again. Renke has to watch out on some of those. He is not even trying to make a play on them, but he doesn't really need to. And Pesky, this one up high, just a tad. One and two now, the count. And a swing and a miss. Strike three. And the runners will have to stay put at first and second after Pesky strikes out Thompson. 2 strikeouts on the day for Haley Pesky. And now it'll be Haley Zernicki. Haley v. Haley. The lefty versus the righty. The righty's delivery in for a strike. 0-1. Haley Pesky really dropping in and delivering these strikes early on in the count. Sometimes those can come to bite you if they swing aggressively. This one staying down the line. And we'll see if they keep it as a fair ball. And they do. So very close to not staying in play. But meanwhile, it does as the runners advance to second and third with 2 outs. So Pesky 1 out away from getting out of the damage. And it's Audrey Weir to go to a plate now. Weir in her first plate appearance had a 5-3 putout. And now she has an RBI opportunity with 2 away. 1-1 the count to Audrey. This one hitting the top corner, just missing. 2-1. Looked like it caught the top left corner of the plate from here. Have a slightly better angle from over here. This one, Orson, the throw in time to first and no damage done by Bonduel as the 4-3 putout was made. And no runs off of 2 hits from Bonduel. And we'll be right back for the bottom of inning number 3 on Zaleski Sports.
When the last thing you need to happen does. One of our 16 mobile service trucks from Sherrill Tire and Service Center can keep you rolling and growing. Sherrill Tire and Service Center, your locally owned farm tire specialist.
Sherrill Tire and Service, keep growing and rolling with us.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and 0 premium company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
And welcome back, everybody, to Amherst, Wisconsin here for this WIAA softball matchup between the Amherst Falcons and the Bonduel Blue Golds. At the plate now, Haley Pesky, her last plate appearance in this one, she had an RBI double. The pitcher and the ace in this one doing both the offense and defensive work. And Pesky hitting this one high, but the wind is absolutely going to kill that ball as the play will be made at second base by Abby Stotero for out number 1. Those plays are just going to be really difficult to make as a fielder, those really high pop-ups, especially with this on and off type of breeze. Not even a breeze, I would call it a gust. And Sarah Breed now hitting this one to center field and calling it and making it easy out for number 2 is going to be Audrey Weir. So 2 quick outs for Nikaya Herring. as Amaro Bonduel will go to the plate. And Bonduel hitting this one down the left field line, just foul. She had one of those last week too. Looked like she hit a home run, but as you can see in this ballpark, the foul poles are made of the same exact material and are the same color as the backstop here and just almost the rest of the fencing. So it was very difficult to tell if the ball actually stayed fair or foul. And they ended up calling it foul, and it would have been a grand slam, which would have put Amherst up big on Manawa. That was the game that they lost last week. Amherst lost a couple of games last week. The one to Manawa, and then their last game they played against Pacelli. This one was hitting a foul territory. We'll try it again. And Bonduel is now down to a 1-2 count. As Henning trying to get out of the third inning fairly quickly after struggling against these hitters her first go around. This pitch inside, almost hitting Bonduel. Evens it up at 2-2. 3-1 the score. All the runs came in the first inning of this one, and this one a called strike 3. Hitting the inside top corner is Henning to get her second strikeout here this afternoon. And we'll send things to another commercial break. No runs off no hits from the Amherst Falcons. We'll be right back on Zaleski Sports.
We said we're growing, and we are. Come join the Crystal Finishing family. We're looking for experienced industrial maintenance mechanics, CNC fabricators, all driver positions for our freight team, as well as skilled and general production. We know the importance of a work and life balance. Our shift options and flexible schedules set us apart. Our pay ranges from $17 to $43 per hour depending on your skill level. We're proud to be a family-owned company that is committed to our community, team members, and the growth of our business. Call or jump on our website to learn more.
As an athlete, there's one constant that remains the most important aspect of your game: injury prevention. Roberts Physical Therapy now offers the Pineries Running Lab, your one-stop running center focusing on working with runners to prevent injuries and enhance your performance. From running exclusive sports like cross-country and track and field to running inclusive sports like football, basketball, baseball, and soccer, let Roberts Physical Therapy's Pineries Running Lab meet you at the track, your home, or the field and help you prevent injury and keep on running. Call Roberts Physical Therapy with locations in Amherst, Plainfield, and Wisconsin Rapids.
Welcome back, everybody. Looks like they wanted to start his fourth inning fairly quickly because a quick out ended up being made as Nikia Henning popped out to the catcher, Sarah Breed. So already 1 away and 0-2. Now is the count on Macy Niles. Her last plate appearance, she had a strikeout. So Pesky trying to get back-to-back on Niles. This one just missing outside for ball number 1. And pace of play right now, rapid fire from Haley Pesky. This one popped up to Pesky, calling it off to make the out, and just like that, 2 away as Maddie Sokolski will now go to the plate as she popped out in the second inning to Haley Pesky. So 2 quick outs here in inning number 4. Looks like we might have a really quick game on our hands. So far in this one, the Blue Golds only have 1 run off of 4 hits. In this one, the 1 run came in the first inning, coming from Haley Zernicki. May Sokolski at the plate. Sokolsky popping this one up to Orson, and that is out number 3. 3 very quick outs here coming from the Amherst Falcons, and we'll send things through the bottom half of inning number 4. We'll be right back here on Zaleski Sports.
Bootleggers in Amherst Junction brings a great atmosphere with a full menu of delicious burgers, sandwiches, and dinner options along with Friday and Saturday weekly specials. Bootleggers offers up a great variety of pizza along with a relaxing, unique Bootleggers feel both inside and out. Make dinner simple tonight and leave the cooking to Bootleggers on Highway Q in Amherst Junction. Stop in or call ahead 715-824-2929. That's Bootleggers. It's what's for dinner. Capiche?
The International Bank of Amherst is your personal independent community bank. For over 125 years, customers and friends from all throughout central Wisconsin have known that the International Bank of Amherst has been in the same place with the same great smile. Checking, savings, mobile banking, and providing you the loans you need to make your dreams a reality. It's always the International Bank of Amherst by your side. Come see the difference this local independent community bank can provide for you. Located right on Main Street in downtown Amherst.
Member FDIC.
And we are back here for the bottom of inning number 4 on Zaleski Sports. Brendan Retzloff with you guys doing the production and the play calling and the camera work for this one today. And a big swing and a miss coming from Samantha Noyen. And then an error throw there from the catcher, just kind of trying to warm things up. But in this one so far, Amherst, 3 runs off 3 hits, all coming in the first inning. Otherwise, nothing doing since then. And all 3 of these hits were with only through 4 batters of the game for the Falcons. So Micaiah Henning really doing a great job on the mound today, as the ace kind of struggled early on, but starting to get used to things again. 1-1 the count. Henning's pitch. This one hit by Noyen into right field. That ball just died. It looked like it was struck really well, but when the wind is blowing in from right field, you're not going to get that ball to go anywhere, especially when the gusts right now are around 24 miles an hour. I've been keeping track of the weather and everything on my phone. Right now, it's about 50 degrees outside, but it does not feel like it at all. The bunt gets dropped, and this play is going to be made in time as McKenna Orson gets retired. As a nice throw was made by Macy Niles over to first to Haley Zernicki. And now it's Aaliyah Breed's turn. Breed popping this one up down the right field line, and it's going to hook over to the first base dugout, the Amherst dugout. 2 away. We thank those for tuning in to this one. Always appreciated. It's kind of tough being a one-man crew for most of these events, but I am doing my best to make things work here. And also check out all of our other games on ZaleskiSports.com. There's actually a baseball game going on currently right behind me, and that is being covered by Mike Wendlandt and Katie Leckton. As Amherst and Bill Held are taking on Shiocton. 1-1, still the count on Breed, and this one down low. My correction, 2-2 the count. This one, a changeup up high. Full count now. So we'll see how Aaliyah Breed approaches this one. If it's clearly not in the strike zone, then clearly don't swing at it. If it's something close, though, take a swing, and it is a swing and a miss. And the throw over to first is in time as Nakia Henning has another strikeout here in this one. Nakia Henning has a total of 6 strikeouts already today. And one of the strikeouts she had was an extra out in the game. So we'll send things to the top of inning number 5 is Amherst. Once again, no runs on no hits. Still with only 3 hits in the game. But they have the lead at 3-1. We'll be right back.
The Mid-State Technical College Healthcare Simulation Center, in a partnership with Aspirus, is a state-of-the-art interdisciplinary healthcare simulation center. It provides specialized spaces and simulation technology equipped with medium and high-fidelity mannequins and other equipment to create complex healthcare training scenarios. Visit our website at mstc.edu/simcenter.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
And we're back in Amherst, everybody. And once again, these teams really want to play fast as a runner is already on base for the Blue Golds after an error throw to first, as that was Abby Zernicki who reached base. And surprisingly, they did rule it as a single. So Abby Stodero back to the plate. Her last plate appearance, base hit. So she's 1 for 2 today. These teams really want to play quickly, though. We're already in the 5th inning, and the game hasn't even been going for an hour. As the train ends up rolling by. And this one hitting a foul territory, drifting out of play for Stodero, as she's now down to an 0-2 count. Haley Pesky in this one so far, only 2 strikeouts, but really being helped by the defense as a pinch runner now in for Zernicki for the Blue Golds. And a called strike 3 as Haley Pesky gets strikeout number 3 of the afternoon. As Tam Spororski goes to the plate. And this one called strike 1, firing over to first. Sarah Breed to Bonduel. Diving back in time is the pinch runner. And I will do my best to get the name of the pinch runner here for you guys. One and one the count. One away. This one fouled off the backstop. One and two the count. It's Jocelyn Bohm who's the pinch runner. And this one, really awkward. The little throw over to first coming from McKenna Orson is in time for out number 2. But the runner advances to second, so we'll see if Bonduel can turn something out of nothing behind Haley Thompson to go to the plate. Last plate appearance with a strikeout 0 for 2 with the fielder's choice and strikeout today. And this one popped up into center field and making the catch. And just hanging on to it is Aubrey Chandler as Amherst retires Haley Thompson for out number 3. And already we're going into the bottom half of inning number 5. We'll keep things here with you guys. Today's game is presented by Par 4. Come to Par 4 Bistro in Wapaka for a wonderful dining experience with a full menu of delicious options, perfect for date nights, family night out, or your next get-together. Come to Par 4 Bistro on Highway 54 in Wapaka. Also by Pro Clean Window Cleaning. Pro Clean is a central Wisconsin locally owned solution to keep your home or business windows looking the way they were intended. You can finally stop neglecting those hard-to-reach windows and put some life back into your home or business with Pro Window Cleaning, serving all of central Wisconsin. Also by Egg Country. Egg Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services. From loans and leases to crop insurance and tax and records, they have you covered. Contact Egg Country in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford today. And by Cheese Pleasers. Cheese Pleasers in Bancroft is a local hidden gem filled with all the finest cheeses, snack sticks, cheese curds, and cheese trays. For cheese curds and all of that in Wisconsin's finest cheese shop at Cheese Pleasers right off I-39 in Bancroft. 3-1 the score, bottom of inning number 5. Micaiah Henning back to work. Presley Furcus at the plate for the Falcons. Presley Furcus in this one 0 for 1 with a flyout over to third base in the 3rd inning. And this one hitting the outer corner for a ball to make it a 1-1 count. It seems like 3 is the magic number in these games that I've seen Amherst play. A lot of the final scores for the winning team have been 3 runs scored. And especially in these ace matchups, we're not going to see that many runs score. So 1-2 is the count now on Presley Furcus. And a swing and a miss. And Micaiah Henning with strikeout number 6 here this afternoon. Really nice pitch there from Micaiah. She's retired 4 different Amherst hitters. 2 of them with 2 strikeouts. This one hit up the middle. The diving play at shortstop. And no throw is going to be made. As reaching base is Aubrey Chandler. Chandler with her second base hit here this afternoon. Almost making an incredible play on it was Haley Thompson at short. Now it's Kaylee Schulist. Haley Pesky awaiting on deck. And this one popped up. Almost getting to it in time was Haley Zernecki. But it dropped foul. Owen won the count. Schulist hitting this one towards the gap, almost making a basket catch on it. Not going to. Runner advancing to third base as runners are on the corners for the Amherst Falcons as Haley Pesky will make her way to the plate with 1 away. It almost looked like Audrey Weir was going to make a basket catch on that, and if she did, oh man, McKenna Orson would have been, or Aubrey Chandler would have been absolutely smoked to rice. And this one hit down the left field line, dropping for a base hit for Pesky, and it's going to be an RBI single for the senior as the score now is 4-1. Amherst over Bonduel here in the bottom of inning number 5. And I think another really good thing to mention here is Amherst didn't have a single hit in their last 3 innings of play, and all of a sudden, back-to-back hits. All singles for Amherst. Runners on first and second with 1 away. Sarah Breed now at the plate. Really looking to do some damage here in the bottom of inning number 5. And Breed, a grounder to short over to third. Play is made. It looked like they possibly could have turned the double play, but they passed on it, and a fielder's choice is made here as runners are now on first and second again. And the runners on first and second are now going to be Pesky and Breed. Amaro Bordoin at the plate. Amherst looking to go into second place in conference play, as there is some practice being done in the Amherst bullpen. Not sure who's throwing, but I would guess that Pesky is still going to be pitching in this one, only with 1 run given up, and that was in the first inning. Otherwise, she's pitching a gem. Bordoin, this one, the grounder to Zernicki. The throw is made in time. Or that is Thompson to Zernicki for out number 3. And that's going to do it for the bottom of inning number 5, as Amherst was able to get a run off of 3 base hits. Their first 3 hits since the bottom of the first inning. So we'll send it to another break. We'll be right back here on Zaleski Sports. Welcome back to Amherst, everyone. Brendan Retzloff here with you today. Thank you for joining us. Always appreciated. Today's game is presented by Mutual of Wausau. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. And by Roberts Physical Therapy. Running can be hard on your body, whether you're training for marathons, competitive runs, or just for daily exercise. Turn to Roberts Physical Therapy to get moving, keep moving, and enjoy life on the run. Roberts Physical Therapy with locations in Amherst, Plainfield, and Wisconsin Rapids. Haley Pesky with her 6th inning of work. Here we go. This one fouled off. By Haley Zernicki. And Zernicki hitting this one into center field and calling it and making the play is Aubrey Chandler for the first out. And just like that, Bonduel is down to 5 more outs here in this one. As Audrey Weir goes to the plate, 0 for 2 today with a 5-3 and a 4-3 ground out. Haley Pesky still doing great work on the mound. 1 run off of 4 hits given up by Haley Pesky, and a swing and a miss to make it 0-2. And Pesky really getting these hitters into tough counts to put their backs on the ropes. And this one grounded to first to Bordoin for the second out. And just like that, Micaiah Henning will make her way to the plate with 2 away. Not many strikeouts either for Haley Pesky. It's just been getting ahead in the pitch count, or even these Bonduel hitters swinging on first pitches, just like that one. And Henning has this one drop in for a base hit as Chandler able to cut it off before it reaches the gap. So a deep single for Nakaya Henning. And Nakaya Henning, her second base hit here today. Macy Niles now as one of the members of the officiating crew, or the umpire crew, cleaning off second base. Macy Niles in this one, 0 for 2. And another aggressive swing on the first pitch. And just like that, 3 are retired. And Bonduel is down to their final 3 outs of this one, as Amherst has another chance to add more damage to the pot. We'll keep things here with you guys. Today's game is presented by Blenker Construction. Let Blenker Construction bring your dream home to life. From interior and exterior design to construction, customization, and seeing the job is done right, Blenker Construction is with you every step of the way. Visit blenkerco.com. Also by WIAA Foundry. Working at WIAA Foundry is more than a job, it's a career. Join us and make the iron castings the world uses and trusts. Cast your own future now. Apply at jobs.wapakafoundry.com. Also by Brett Favor. Brett Favor of Keller Williams Stevens Point is your local Amherst guy. Born and raised right here in Amherst, you know whether you're buying or selling. When it comes to realty in Amherst, he is your man. Brett Favor of Keller Williams at 715-572-1174. 715-572-1174. And by the International Bank of Amherst. Stay local and bank local at the International Bank of Amherst. Our community's long-standing go-to for all your banking needs. The International Bank of Amherst on Main Street here in Amherst. Bottom of inning number 6 of work, as Nakai Henning still working on the mound for the Blue Gold. And she most definitely deserves it. Even after those 3 hits given up, was in damage control right away. And bunting this one foul at the plate is going to be, looks like we have a new hitter for the Falcons. This would be a Samantha Noyant spot. Not sure who it is because they have a jacket on. This one fouled off. Awaiting on deck is McKenna Orson. 0-2 the count. One and two now, the count to the hitter. Like, it looks like she's in the same type of batting stance as Orson. This one hit to the shortstop. Thompson not going to make the play, as it's going to be an infield base hit. I did hear the name Kaylee, so it might have been Kayla Cullen batting at the plate there. I think it was. This one, Orson hits it right up the middle. The play gets made, and the throw back to first is made in time, as that ball was struck really hard by Orson. Just a little unlucky on it, as Kayla Cullen will have to stay at first base. So a really hard hit line out over there. to center field. And standing in is Aaliyah Breed. 1-0 the count to Breed. And this one hit hard and foul. And this one so far for Nakia Henning, 6 strikeouts through 5 1/3 of work. And Haley Pesky, she only has the 3 strikeouts here in this one today through her 6 innings pitched. And this one gets popped up, calling it, and not going to be able to make the play is Zernicki. So we're going to go to a 2-2 count with the runner on first. 1 away. Even count for Breed. Waiting on deck, Presley Furcus. Breed hitting this one. Foul. Struck that one pretty well. Putting some nice contact on these pitches from Nakia Henning. And we'll try it again at 2-2. Aaliyah Breed really fighting. Has 2 strikeouts in this one. Breed slapping this one right to second base. And an easy play to be made by Abby Stottero for out number 2. And it'll be Presley Furcus's turn. With 2 outs. Furcus in this one 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. And this one dropped by the catcher, missing down low for ball number 1 to Furcus. Keep in mind in this one, this is a conference matchup, so it's a bigger matchup here in the season. Getting towards the closing stretch of the year. About 2.5 more weeks left in the regular season, and then it's the playoffs. As the school year here, just around the state in general, closing, about 1 month left of school for these students. 1-1 the count, 2 away. Furcus, this one going into no man's land, fair. So it's going to be a base hit for Presley Furcus. Still a 2 away. Runners on first and second. And back to the top of the batting order in Aubrey Chandler. She has 2 base hits already today. Runners on first and second. And this one hit right to Thompson. Her throw to third in time. And that is out number 3. And just like that, we're on to inning number 7. And Bonduel needs to score 3 runs if they want to force this thing into possible extra innings. We'll stay here with you guys here on this one. Coming up to bat next for Bonduel is going to be Macy Niles, or Maddie Sokolsky, as well as Abby Zernicki, and then Abby Stottero. So we have that in the lineup next for you. And I guess we'll toss things to our game day sponsors, especially the ones that we would like to thank for today, who are Tomorrow River BP, 3K Custom, JG Plumbing, HO Wolding, Amherst Telephone, Amherst Spiritware, Fleming's Cafe, OK Hardware, Amherst Family Foods, and Younger's Holly Funeral. We thank those sponsors for allowing us to do this stuff and go shout them out and promote their businesses here on Zaleski Sports. We also would like to thank Crystal Finishing Systems, who is a family-owned business now hiring for both their Weston and Mosinee locations, with openings in manufacturing, fabrication, and management, customer service, and so much more. Join the Crystal Finishing team today. Learn more at crystalfinishing.com. Haley Pesky on her 7th inning of work. Try to bring this one, wrap it for the books. As a pinch hitter up to bat here for Bonduel. 2-0 the count. This one missing just a bit outside. And we'll try to get the name for the hitter here for you guys as well. And this is Ella Hischke. Hischke watching this one go for a ball outside as she will advance to first base, and exactly what Bonduel needed. They just need base runners and to try to keep themselves alive in this game. And it looks like we have another pinch hitter. Going to the plate here. Ella Hischke on first base for Bonduel. I'll try to get the name of this hitter here. Pesky's pitch. This one hitting the outer corner. Really nice pitch there. Coming from Haley to even the count at 1-1. And now it's Bella Delzer at the plate for Bonduel. Delzer watching this one hit the outer corner again. Really nicely executed pitch by the ace. The sun is now out, and a swing and a miss as Haley Pesky strikes out Delzer for the first out here in inning number 7. And Bonduel down to their final 2 outs in this one. And this one hitting the outer half again. Pesky is really dialed in now. 4 strikeouts for the ace, and the sun is out, and this one gets struck, dropping into right field, and then runners on first and second as Abby Stotero gets a base hit. So Chris Renke really trying to pull out his bag of tricks, and not trick cereal, just a random bag of tricks. Tatum Sporiski now. This one, a little dribbler, and it stays fair, and runners advance, and so does Sporiski with no one getting out. So the bases are now loaded with only 1 away. The good thing for the Falcons here is that they have options to go at any base pad for an out. They actually ended up calling it foul. It looked like the ball stayed in fair territory. So, looks like I'm getting a little too excited about that one there. 0-2 the count to Sporiski. This one hitting the outer half. Strike 3. Haley Pesky delivering when it's needed most. For out number 2, Haley Thompson, the last hope for Bonduel. As the blue gold are down to their final out here in this one. And this one hitting the outer half for a ball outside. Four to 1 the score. 2-0 the count to Thompson. Thompson so far in this one 0 for 3. 3-0. Home run ties up the game, so Bonduel does have the runners where they want them. And this one called for a strike. 3-1. The count. Heskey doing her best crafting skills on the mound right now. This one fouled off. It's a full count with 2 away. So the runners are going to be going. But this could be the last pitch of the game. Pesky in this one with the 4 strikeouts. Or now 5 strikeouts. The pitch just fouled off. Staying alive is Haley Thompson. Haley versus Haley. This is the matchup you'd like to see to close out the game. The pitch hit foul down the line again. We'll keep the count at 3-2. The pitch. This one struck. It's going to go into the gap. One runner will score. Advancing from second to third. And it's going to be a stand-up double. Now third to home. It's going to be a 2-run RBI double from Haley Thompson as it is 3-4. And just like that, do not go away, folks. We have ourselves a great game incoming. Wow. A base hit ties it up. Haley Zernicki onto the plate. And it's going to be another Haley versus Haley battle. This one in for strike 1. Wow. 3-4, bottom of inning number 7. This pitch up high and outside. 1-1's going to be the count on Zernicki. Pesky's pitch. Zernicki, a grounder to Pesky, over to first, and that will do it as the Amherst Falcons survive a scare from the blue gold. But Amherst will now overtake second place in the Central Wisconsin East Conference as they advance to 4-1 overall as Bonduel drops to 4-2 in conference play. Final score in this one, 4-3. We'll go to a commercial break. The Nasonville Dairy post-game show here in this one where Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds, Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. We'll be right back.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come in from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
And welcome back, everybody, to Amherst, Wisconsin. Final score in this one between the Falcons and the Blue Gold. Amherst taking this one 4-3 over Bonduel. And this one mainly led behind the pitching of Haley Paskey, absolutely going into her dominant performance once again. Just like last week, even though they fell short in that 10-inning matchup against Manawa. I was about to say Iowa. They played Manawa in that one last week. Lost 3-2, but had 10 innings done pitching with 9 strikeouts. But then in this one here, this afternoon, 5 strikeouts on the board. And just a perfect play to close the game for Amherst. The ground ball from Zernicki to Paskey, Haley to Haley to make the third out of the game. And, I mean, the defense as well of the Falcons coming up with some great work. Only one error on the defensive side for Amherst. And this one also led behind the hitting of the Falcons. Aubrey Chandler had herself a day, going 2 for 3 in the game. Just great work. And then followed by Haley Pescu, who had that RBI double in the first inning and then had a single in the 5th. And then Sarah Breed with the RBI double, the 2 RBIs in the first inning there. And Amherst had 4 runs on 8 hits. As for Bonduel, had 3 runs on 6 hits. And Bonduel was itching very closely to possibly tying up this game. Had the runner on second base after the RBI stand-up double coming from Haley Thompson here in the 7th inning, but Amherst able to hang on as per usual and finally put themselves into second place in conference play. But statistically speaking, Amherst does have a better record overall in conference play than Iowa Scandinavia, who's 5-3. But we'll see what Iowa Scandinavia does in the game that they are playing, I believe, tomorrow. They might be playing a game today. I could be wrong about that. But going to the facts in this one, Amherst winning it 4-3. I wish I could get a chance to speak with Coach Dale Jastrzomski, because I would ask him things about this game, like how were you able to hang on to this one, especially with it getting to that nail-biting time once again, where Amherst, they were up 4-1 entering the 7th inning, but then they gave up those 2 runs when there were 2 outs on the board, and it almost got scary. I would ask him, how scary was it getting that final out? And I'm going to guess he would say something about he has trust in his girls and being able to make the plays, and he has trust in the pitcher on the mound of Haley Pesky, the ace for Amherst, to get the job done. And that's exactly what they were able to do. But then another thing I would tell him is that they're in second place in conference play, and I'm sure being able to get to know him a bit more as time goes on, he would probably say something like, the season, it's not over. And like I said, he's got a lot of trust in his girls here in this one, as the JV team is getting ready to play. And we'll probably take things away from the broadcast here in a few brief moments, but just some closing remarks in this one after Amherst getting absolutely dominated by Pacelli the other day. This was a much-needed game for them, especially in conference play, 3/4 of the way through the season, and then the playoffs will be coming up. And all these students here have about a month of school left. And before I take things off air here, make sure you guys go watch the Amherst and Shiocton baseball game where the score is 2-2 in the 4th inning. That one is being covered by Katie Lecton and Mike Wenlet over in the booth across from me. So just head on to ZaleskiSports.com to check out those games. But now the sun is finally making its way out here. Of course, as the conclusion of this game has already been determined. But that's going to do it for us here in Amherst, Wisconsin. Brendan Retzloff here with you guys on Zaleski Sports. We thank you all for watching this one. Final score, 4-3, Amherst with the win over Bonduel. We will see you guys next time. Have a great night, everybody.